Everybody, my name's Mark, and I just wanted to give some tips and tricks to the DIY homeowner or the person just kind of doing this as a side gig for French drains. I've done 3 or 4 this year and bought a house recently and was just like, you know what, I need to do some more YouTube videos on this, and found the French Drain Man's channel and watched pretty much every video that he has out there, and then started looking at all their products and the method that they do it. They burrito wrap their French drains. Anyways, just wanted to give a quick review on some of their stuff and just some tips and tricks to think about as far as French drain. So this is their blue High Octain pipe, and look at those inlets on those things compared to this other pipe that you get at the hardware store. This stuff, like you can't, I can't really squeeze it, but this stuff I can easily squeeze that. So high quality pipe. It's super expensive. I wish they could get shipping down. If they did, that would be amazing. But good quality pipe, you know, you still may be able to use a store-bought pipe and it still probably could work, but this stuff is definitely really nice. And then I've got their filter fabric that I ordered. I rolled it up, and that stuff is super thick. You can't rip this stuff like you could when I went to the hardware store. I was like, oh, I'll just buy that. Theirs is too expensive. But their stuff's really nice. One thing that I like the best though is this tile tape. So I tile taped every single joint, that any connections that I had. I did that, and that stuff's just amazing. You can get it at the hardware store, but this stuff's much better, and honestly is about the same price. And just some other tips and tricks to think about. So if you've got this connection and this is your exit and everything, like drill some holes at the bottom of that so the water's not just sitting in there. And then you've got to have a connection piece that would go on like that, and then tile tape that joint. I did find some end plugs. You know, I bought an end plug, but you can actually get these at Menards too, so something to think about. I also got a solid pipe from Menards. It was a 20-foot pipe, and I got that for pretty decently cheap. It is a special order item. Other things to think about: shovels. Make sure you have all the shovels. I had to get a trenching shovels, wheelbarrows, that kind of stuff. I ended up renting a trencher, and I with a bucket attachment, a dump trailer, and I had to rent a 3/4 ton truck. So all that stuff, you have to think about all the costs of that, especially if you're someone's paying you to do it. Think about how much rock you're going to need. Think about how much sod you're going to need. So you got to add all that stuff up, and then I highly recommend hiring some people to help you, because I tried to do mine on my own, and mine was about 75 feet and had to end up calling people in to help. But also buried a downspout, so I like these Y connections here, and this is a clean out here. I tile taped, that's the tile tape, that joint, and that connects to a solid pipe that runs into the ground. That solid pipe comes out to here, and there's holes at the bottom. So other things to think about is utilities. You know, have those marked well in advance. Even have those marked soon, because then you can kind of get definitely if you're giving a bid to somebody, okay, how much is it, how many utilities? So the one that I did, one of them had 3 or 4 cable lines in the middle of it. So it's like, oh man, so we did hand dig so much. So anyways, that should add extra cost to if you're doing it for somebody else, you know. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I really like the French Drain Man's channel. I didn't do it 100% his way. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do it 100% his way, but his method seems to be the best. I don't know how to run a backhoe, and didn't want to rent that and a bunch of other equipment. I mean, it would cost a fortune. I'm sure they have $100,000 worth of equipment easily. This is my French drain, and this is an open French drain that goes, and eventually I'm going to sod this. And I've got the French drain exiting down there, and then also my buried downspout. So there's the gas line there, but luckily it was far enough away from where we were digging that it was fine. So you're just gonna have to hand dig if there are utilities around it. But yeah, let me know if you live in the Kansas City area and you need any help, or feel free to comment and we can talk about maybe your solutions. I've watched about every video, and if you want to chat about it, let me know and I'd be more than happy to help. Yeah, thanks to the French Drain Man's channel appreciate his hard work, and I really like seeing a contractor who just has a lot of passion for their job and is doing it right and isn't cutting corners. So anyways, holler at me if you need anything.